An intermission here. We're at Lakeland, Tennessee, which is the hometown of Lakeland Prep. And Lakeland Prep is trailing by 9. It is a 16-7 advantage. Tomcats lead at halftime, but it has been a struggle. Tomcats have had the football and numerous times moved it, but couldn't punch it in but twice. Lakeland scored on their first possession of the night, and since then the Tomcat D came to life, and we've had to use a few new wrinkles, including the Wildcat formation, to put points on the board. Okay. Well, Gordon Perry, born in 1936, and Gordon was born, he was Marion Gordon Perry, born in Tigard. Would you have any idea where Tigard, I had to look on the map. I said, I know sort of where it is, but I wasn't sure of exactly what county Tigard is in, and it is just tucked in the corner there of Dyer County, just off of 412, not far. But that's where Gordon was born, and in his first 16 years, Gordon lived in Brownsville 2 different times, but Gordon Perry actually went to Haywood High School as a freshman and as a sophomore. But if you look in the yearbook, the 1952 yearbook for his 51 football year, but if you look in a 52 or 53 yearbook, you'll see his picture, and what is his name in those yearbooks? It's B.D. Perry.
B.D. How do you spell that?
I wonder too, but it's Beedie.
Oh. Okay.
But that is only a nickname.
Okay.
But that, anyway.
Oh.
So give me your thoughts, Greg. What about you played under Gordon Perry. I played under Gordon Perry, and we were around him a lot. He's Mr. Everything in Haywood County. Did a lot for the schools and athletics and whatever, but just tell me you can give me a general thought or 2 sentences or what, but what about Gordon Perry?
Well, I'm telling you, serious as I ever been in all my years on radio, you know, I love my father. He was number 1 in my heart, and actually my mom. The second most influential person in my life was Gordon Perry.
How about that?
He guided me. He got me through high school, which was amazing.
Well, that's monumental.
I think it seems like I remember him saying, "You just need to take his certificate, go on, just get out of here." No, but he influenced me out of school. When I got out of school, moved to Texas where I married my wife Sherry. Come back, he guided me, and it wasn't these big long speeches and these big long presentations. Simple words of guidance and maturity. Treat everybody with respect, and the main thing he said, work hard.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll never forget it. It's kind of a cliche, but he said, don't ever assume people, you don't know what they're going through.
That's right.
I mean, you know, good, bad, different color. It don't make no difference, man, woman. You know, help people when you can help people.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
Well, mine's a little different. He whipped me in high school.
Oh, I got one. We ain't got to that yet. You didn't ask me about that. I only got one in my life, and it was by him.
That's right. I got one in high school. Gordon Perry did it, and did we deserve it? Probably. Made us better people. And look.
No, I did not.
You didn't deserve it?
No.
Okay.
He said, I hate doing this to you. And I'm like, can we compromise?
That's right.
Well, he said, you can run like 20, 100-yard sprint. Hit me.
No, we talk about that, and he did that, and just there's so many. I wanted to write down the adjectives that describe Gordon, but he was an honest person, a straight shooter, but a disciplinarian, but hardworking. Boy, he grew up as a hard worker. His daddy had cows, and that moved him to Brownsville to be at the sale barn, and Gordon did all that, and they had a big family, and
but you know, you say discipline. As long as you did the right thing, there was no discipline with Coach
that's
Perry.
right. Well, and he did it too. You started out and you got a big bark and you followed up, then you don't have to worry about the rest of the time.
That's right.
But how about another word? How about energetic?
Oh.
How much energy did that man?
In his 70s, out there working on the football.
See,
I mean,
he was in the National Guard. He was called up. Yeah, I was listening to Kent Moore today, and Gordon got out of the National Guard, and Kent said, "Gordon, you need to get back in." So when just a few more years, you can get a better retirement and do all this. Gordon said, okay, that sounds like a good idea, Ken. He gets back in the National Guard. They activated him. He said, you have to go to Desert Storm. He had to go to Iraq.
I know. He called one night because that was during when Tony Delk played.
Oh, that's right.
And he called, he said, it's dadgum sand. I can't.
Nothing over there but sand.
I can't get no reception.
So here's Gordon Perry, the principal of our high school. He had to leave. He had to go.
That's right.
I sent him 24 toothbrushes over there when he got over there. But, and again, Hal Jarrett was over there. I remember a lot of guys from
I said, what is the worst thing about it? He said, I didn't get to see Tony play a lot of games.
That's right.
That's what he said.
But Gordon Perry activated in 1990, 91, went to Desert Storm. He was athletic director at Haywood County, assistant football coach. And I wondered about that, Art. He's coming through his principal. Now, how difficult a situation for him was, and let's see, Gordon Perry was principal from 1976 to 1998. Okay? Well, guess who's a student at Haywood High School at that same time? His son, Kevin.
Tough.
Now, Kevin, you better not cough. I remember a story. Ed Thompson was at the high school but went back to the grammar school. He was a grammar school principal for many years. Well, his son, Bill, came through grammar school, too. If Bill looked at somebody wrong, Ed would whip him. He felt like, I don't want to. He said, Daddy, you don't have to be this hard on me. He wouldn't do anything wrong, but he'd get about 4 or 5 whippings a year just by being the
and that's principal. The ones we knew about.
Yeah, that's right. So Gordon Perry, you had Kevin as your son coming through as a student, an athlete and a student, but Gordon's the principal, but he commanded a great, one of the top 10 schools of the state when he was there. Well, let me just read a little bit about it.
He done it to TSSAA. Lord.
Yeah. Well, see, he was inducted into the TSSAA Hall of Fame in 2003.
That's a big deal.
That's right. He maintained the football field from 1999 to 2018 for 19 years. He looked at it and he said, no. He retired from the school system. And he said, no, y'all not doing it. Of course, he had that old tractor, and he could lower the tractor to the exact height he wanted to. He didn't just maintain it.
That was his baby.
He manicured it. He babied it. You're right. He watered it, fertilized it. He did everything but play on it, and he did that in his day. But took care of the football field.
The thing I'm more impressed is all the lives he touched. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, like Kent Moore, after he had whipped him, he said, he touched me too.
I mean, all the young people, and he wanted people to respect people, right? But it really upset him when guys would pick on girls. Really bothered him, right? He did not tolerate that.
Here's another thought, too. His number one goal, I don't know if it was Noonie Cox that said this, Billy Cox, or even I heard it from Gordon. His number one goal when he was principal or overseeing the education of the students, he said he didn't want anything or anybody to interfere with their education.
Right.
And when you talk about that, then what else? I mean, okay, we know about he was the athletic director. You know he was principal. You know he was great football fan and assistant football coach. How about that at the athletic decathlon? I mean, the academic decathlon.
It's his baby.
He started that in Haywood County. We hosted it twice. I mean, that was important.
You know, you think about him in sports, right?
Right.
Sports was number 2. Academics was number 1.
See, people don't talk about that.
Right.
But Gordon Perry loved the kids.
He loved graduation.
Yeah.
He loved seeing them get their degree.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd give me mine. I think
he loved seeing you get that diploma.
I think it was delivered.
Right. Well, we'll come back in a minute, but again, Gordon Perry, you're right, Greg. We slant it all on this athletic. Well, that's true too, and you and I are just built into purple and white. But Gordon, no, you're right. He wanted the student to be a student athlete. He wanted you to have an education.
He wanted you to play in the band, and if you did, he wanted you to be good.
Sure.
Right.
That's right.
And the choir and the show choir, that was important to him.
That's right. So many facets.
And he wanted me to study, and that wasn't a good combination.
No, you should have been in the band. Okay.
I tried
When
once.
we come back, we'll reminisce more, and you can think some, and y'all have got stories that we don't know about. But come Thursday night, wear purple and white, and we'll talk some more. We're going to come back. Haywood County leads 16-7. We've got more when we come back right after this.
Football season has snuck up on us, but don't let the holiday season sneak up on you. Q at Flex Fitness can personalize a plan to have you looking and feeling your best for those holiday and office parties. Flex Fitness is open 24/7 with flexible memberships. Call 731-734-1021 and follow Flex Fitness on Facebook. Be sure to tune in to Brownsville Radio for all of your Tomcat sports.
A good team has always got your back, just like the team at Brownsville Energy Authority. They want you to always be safe. If you suspect any gas leak, leave the area immediately, do not operate light switches, and turn off any ignition source near the area if possible. Move to a safe place and call Brownsville Energy Authority at 731-772-8845. Remember to play it safe.
Back live at intermission, Haywood Tomcats at Lakeland tonight, leading over Lakeland Prep. Tomcats lead over the lines 16-7, talking about Gordon Perry and a lot of episodes. Well, let's talk about, we mentioned Gordon always was high on academics.
Yes.
And we see glimpses of that with the academic decathlon, which was monumental. I mean, it really was. But he taught driver's ed. As we mentioned, he was athletic director from 1976 to 1988. I tell you what, too, Gordon, as he came up through, he left Haywood and went to St. Petersburg, Florida. Parents moved down there, so he actually graduated high school there in 1955. Ran track, and then came up and was at Hines Junior College in Jackson, Mississippi. Played a little football, but he was a track guy, too. And I finally asked Kevin, I said, well, what event did Gordon participate in track?
I would think like the 100-yard dash at that time, not 100 meters. Back then it was 100-yard dash.
No, it wasn't that. I didn't know if it was a field event or a running event, either one. But he said, no, it was the mile run.
That's unbelievable.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know he was a distance runner. And he did that,
The only
too.
way I'm going to do a mile if I'm driving.
Yeah, that's right. A car, by the way, a car.
But he was such an influence, man. He just helped so many people. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, our stadium wouldn't hold everybody he helped.
All right, so what, you were in practice one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about...
We're running the B team, second team, which is where my life was. And we're running the other team's offense. In other words, so the first team defense can kill us. Because they know what's coming.
That's right.
So we're headed towards the field house. But we're on the far end of the field, Haywood Field. And Coach Perry, we're in the huddle, and we're supposed to run the ball off right tackle. They were getting ready to kill the running back. And he said, I tell you what, you fake that ball, Greg. And Jerry Rogers, who was a receiver, he said, you just take off. He said, Greg, you sling it. You let it go. And if he catches it, Jerry, you keep on going, and we're going to follow you.
The B team would just leave the practice field.
They snapped it, I faked it, I raised up, and I just threw it high up. Jerry caught it, and we all just took off towards the field house. An hour later, I went in and showered and got dressed, come out, and the first team defense was still running.
First team messed up,
yes,
they stayed.
It was fun. It was so much fun.
What I can remember, and I'm there, Gordon Perry returned. He was playing golf in Paris, Tennessee, and it was between coaching jobs. He coached at Cadiz, Kentucky, Trigg County High School in Kentucky. He coached for 3 years, and he had heard, while he was playing golf, he heard that John Hooper in Brownsville had a vacancy. And he picked up the phone and called John Hooper, and John said, didn't know Gordon, and called him and said, you come down and we'll take a look. And Gordon came down here in 1966 and never left. But I can remember him. I'm a sophomore then. That's the first introduction to Gordon Perry. I didn't know him at all. And all I remember him saying, Greg, same thing, sophomore, I'm on the scrub side of things. And he'd say, son, what are you thinking about? He was always, son, what are you doing? But he was so energetic. He said, you got to get the green light. You got to go. Don't run out of Haywood County. He looked like 9 people rolled up in one.
I'm going to tell you, the thing that resonates with me, he said we all have the ability to help people.
Yeah.
We all have that ability.
Well, I'll tell you another thing I just thought about too. He was as generous. I know when people were down and out or we're trying to raise money, he was generous to do that. He was generous of his time.
And he didn't tell people. Nobody knows.
Right. Of his money. He would listen to you. We had more fun. I mean, he's 14 years older than I am. And we'd get in the car and we'd go to an Ole Miss basketball game.
Right.
And we just cut up like kids. And then I remember taking him. I think the two of us went down to see Ole Miss LSU play in Oxford. And we just had the best time. But Gordon Perry, he's not going to take a drink of alcohol.
Nope.
He's not going to smoke a cigarette. And let me tell you something else. I never heard one profane word, no profanity come out. He's not going to do that.
I thought when he paddled me, I was going to say a couple.
Yeah, so you can do that, but he's not supposed to. But Gordon Perry, the students look up to him and looked up to him and needed him, even though he was a disciplinarian.
But here's what's interesting: he touched so many people. They need to think about him to understand that he did touch them, right? He helped people that we'll never know about. I mean, just a wonderful guy.
Yeah.
Learned a lot from him.
And I tell you what he was, too. He was part of Haywood County. Now we're in 114 years of football. We had a 29-game winning streak at one time from 1967 to 1970. Who was there when every moment of that happened? Gordon Perry was there. Now, he wasn't the head coach, and he didn't play, but he was there. He helped accomplish that goal of 29 straight games. Anyway, here we go. We got the second half kickoff coming up. Haywood County leading 16-7.
That was a good halftime right there.
I enjoy it. We got more too. You stay tuned. All right, Haywood County will have to kick. Banyos will kick